magazine, figure save the hair still spinning. She love free fast, so nice, I'm grinning. The bitch so fine, oh my ridiculous. Lean for the paper chase. Music scene is my saving grace. Still spinning. I lost my mind, I'm fine, I'm living. You touch my bro, spill wine, you're tripping.
Yes, guys, we're back. Another live stream, another video. Same time, same place, same panel. You guys already know. Big up everyone, like and subscribe, and let's get into it. You guys already know the topics already on the stream, but there's so much to get into. Is that part of the transfer window where Chelsea just linked to fucking everybody? Saw some links for Matheus Nunes, which just came completely out of nowhere. We'll get into that. Barcelona's deadline for the Raphinha deal is tomorrow, so we're going to discuss that too, as well as the Ligt situation with Bayern and Juventus. Also, probably could talk about the Lewandowski and Barca situation, because I did see a few people talking about it in the comment section, and I think I saw Raphael Hogginson talk about it in The Athletic, so we're going to talk through some of the quotes there. And yeah, just plenty to get into. Big up everyone. Big up all the comments as well on the fresh stream trim. My last one was a fucking mess, so it had to be done. But yeah, big up everyone. Check out Jerseys FC in the comment section. Check out, the Concrete Jungle Freestyle as well. Let's try and get to 400 likes by the end of the stream. If you guys are just watching this after the stream, still not an excuse. Smash that like button. And yeah, let's get straight into it. Jesters, what are you saying, bro? You all good?
Oh, it's a good day. It's a good day. We'll get into it, but it's a good day.
Yeah, I wonder why. No guesses for why, but you guys will already know. Alex, what are you saying, bro?
Yeah, everybody, make sure you hit the like button. Let's not make it difficult and make like 400 likes.
Yeah,
We're good. Ready for another stream. Different story, same shit. Who's complaining the more? Oh, we didn't sign nobody yet. Oh, no Ronaldo.
No Ronaldo yet.
Yeah.
Yet. Oh, we can live in hope, though. Josh, what are you saying, bro?
Yeah, man, I'm good. What's up, everybody? Does anyone notice that Leeds is spending quite a bit of money the last couple of weeks? They bought now 2 players. They spent about 50 million on 2 different players. I wonder where they're getting that money from. I don't think it's in installments, so put it that way. And then lastly, I read a funny thing on Bayern. I don't know if it's true, but they said they want 50 mil cash from Barca because they're not sure that Barca will be around in 1 or 2 years to collect installments.
And you know what that means, bro? It means the return's coming. 2 years, we're waiting. The last dance.
It'd be interesting to see Christian play his first game in January when Barca finally get enough money to register him and Kessie. But yeah, no, just some interesting stuff going on right now. I'm sure we'll get into it.
Defo, man. Big up. Declared, what are you saying, bro?
Big up, everyone. I mean, it is another day and another little step closer to another transfer. Right? But yeah, I was going to resonate what Josh said. I mean, the Barca thing has me more interested than the Chelsea news, because you really wonder what Barca's doing. And like Barcelona could have used like a transfer ban. That would have been good. Like a year, you got Harvey in there. That's like our Lampard. Get all the youngsters, just play them, just 1 season. I mean, they're selling off their TV rights. I'll tell you now, they're going to be the biggest pushers for the Super League next season. I'm telling you, they're going to be the front runners. They're going to be waving that flag for it. Yeah, they're holding up the trade, really. We're linked with, like, if it's all true, essentially we're linked with 5 players, if you think about it. Koundé, Raphinha, Dembele, Aspi, Alonso, that's all entwined in its own way.
The first wedding pictures start to show online.
That would be the greatest.
At the new camp.
Fucking hell, man.
I wonder how much that costs. That'd be great.
I mean,
you can pay in installments, so it's not that expensive.
You're killing them, man. Wow.
They're on, what are
It's a layaway
what do you have there? Layaway, afterpay. We got all
Wow,
those.
they
all
actually
those
said
companies.
that, Josh.
yeah.
Did they really? It's
About
$1,000 over 10 years.
no, about 11. But about Barcelona won't exist in.
They
one
did,
year.
Oh,
yeah.
that was a real quote. That was a real quote.
I thought you were
Wasn't a joke.
bullshitting. I just saw it.
No,
It
no,
read like a
that's
joke. It
true.
read like a joke, so I was like, "That's funny. If that's just a joke, it's a funny joke. But if it's true,
And
it's
you know,
even more funny."
and you know Germans and their jokes too, yeah.
Yeah,
Just to drop the
yeah.
direct
Really
quote,
comical folks.
just to drop the direct quote, Raphael Hoggenstein said Bayern Munich have told FC Barcelona they don't want any installments in any deal for Lewandowski, and they want all the money up front in cash because Bayern believes that Barcelona won't exist in 1 or 2 years' time. And all I can say is, I do not ask for much in this life, but for Barcelona to be liquidated off the face of this earth, it would make me a very,
Fuck,
very
it was
happy
a nice
person.
stream.
Right,
Thank
Winter
you.
Surf Rain here. Moya, what are you saying, bro? You all good?
Yeah, I'm all good. Another day, another mass shooting in the United States. This time a little close to me,
Damn.
but I'm all
Yeah, it
good.
was.
I'm all good.
Where at?
Okay, I didn't even know about that, bro.
Yeah, on the 4th of July.
North suburb of Chicago. It's like 30
Those are
miles.
not-
Oh, you're talking about that idiot.
Yeah.
He dressed as
Well, it was
a
always
woman
a
to get
year.
away, and he almost got away too. But they got him. So.
Fucking hell, man. I don't know what it's like over there, but again, thoughts and
It's
condolences.
a wild, wild
ridiculous.
west.
That's not true. It only happens in certain states that have really strict gun laws.
It happened in
know.
Texas, Jester.
It did. Most of
It
the time
did,
they happen
so
in blue states.
Not the first time. Not the first. Let's not go there.
Right, Couch, what are you saying,
I'm
bro?
not the one who
You all
brought it
good?
up.
Yeah, man. Yo, what's going on with your band? Them? What do they call it? The freestyle fellas? How come they all wear like PSG gear, man? What's
Yeah, I
up
know.
with that?
Here, man.
Freestyle in the
No,
jungle. Put them in some Chelsea gears, man, before you rep them, man. What's up, man?
Big up Cam, man. Big up Cam. I'm a big fan, man.
Yo, and what's the other thing with Barca, guys? We got to know this, man. Straight.
Oh,
good.
I'll tell you.
Big to fail.
I got.
I don't want to hear from you right now, man. Let me finish my thought.
One sec, Nathaniel. Just wait. Just wait.
Jesus. Barcelona's too big to fail. Okay? Too big to fail. Institution in football. We can't hate. All right? They're not going
Here we
anywhere.
go again. All this waffle, man.
I let him finish, bro.
Who is this guy, man? I mean, I love your energy,
Oh,
man.
that's
Like,
just
you really need to
Nathaniel.
shut the fuck up every now and then, man. Let's let people talk. For real now, man. You know? Go on, then.
Yo, usually Couch has the most patience over here. If you piss
Right?
him off,
So, I was being
that
nice.
is something, man.
It's only
being
30
nice.
seconds he's been here.
So I was being nice, and then I was rudely being.
You got the Couch.
yelled
He's
at by
being nice
someone,
actually
so-
to you.
So first of all, I'd like to say by my sources that Raphinha is coming to Chelsea. Yes, he is coming to Chelsea, and so is
Wait,
Sterling
we're
and
doing
Ligt.
intros, Nathaniel.
I'm
People don't know
serious.
who you are.
Yeah.
You
No,
tell
no,
them.
let me speak. Let me speak.
One sec,
Cool.
Nathaniel. Just before we get to you, Dag, what are you saying, bro? You all good?
All good. Go ahead. Let him get his little 2 minutes of fame before he gets kicked off.
All right, cool.
Dag, watch your mouth,
Nathaniel,
man.
what are you saying,
Dag, who's this guy? Who are these guys? Dag, watch your mouth, man. Watch your mouth.
He's-
Next of all, like I'd say, Raphinha, by my sources, he's actually coming to Chelsea. Barcelona, they have a deadline, a short deadline, which they're not going to complete. So Raphinha, his only option is to stay at Leeds or come to Chelsea, and he's preferred to come to Chelsea. So that deal should be wrapped up by this week. So is Sterling. Sterling should be announced today or tomorrow.
So was that your source,
Next of all,
is
the
that
Ligt.
Chelsea?
He ain't gonna even let you talk. Bro.
That's my sources. Next of all, the Ligt is coming to Chelsea as well.
One
Yeah.
sec, because your sources are just absolute Chelsea. Literally just absolute Chelsea.
It's not true. That's
All
not
of
true.
it.
I've actually got real sources, inside sources that actually work at Chelsea. Not actually
Are
Chelsea.
you,
So
what?
next of all,
They're inside
next
of
of
you,
all-
man. That's the only
Dude,
source.
can I
You,
speak?
the only sauce
speak?
you know
No.
it's McDonald's sauce.
Next
where
of
you
all,
work actually. So
Sterling. Can I
keep it
finish?
quiet, man.
Next of all,
with
Sterling.
French.
Can I finish? Next of all, Sterling's
you
completed his
can't.
medical already. Sterling completed his medical at Chelsea today, so that should be completed, wrapped up soon. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Listen, good vibes today for me. I'm a nice, humble guy, and I don't know why I get hate all the time. But it is what it is. You know.
We
Oh, yeah,
need
big
a
up
little
Big
bit
up
more,
Justin, man.
Nathaniel.
Big up Justin.
When's it all
man.
going to happen?
Let's
What'd you
not-
say?
Right.
Let's no. Why are you asking him a question, Declare?
Raphinha's going to happen this week.
I want him
So
to
Sterling.
make some claims so I can come
Oh,
back
you
and
know,
ask
Sterling.
you.
No. Right. Let's get a hold of this. So we'll start off with the Delict stuff. and then we'll make our way down from there. Where was it? Cool. Right, so Romero Agresti said there's a possible new bid from Chelsea in the next few hours for De Ligt. Bayern will not match Chelsea's offer. In the last week, they've stepped up efforts to sign him, having been given encouragement by his camp, but again, they can't match the financial strength of Chelsea. And their main aim is to try and talk De Ligt into persuading him to join the Bundesliga side over Chelsea. There's a belief that German football might suit De Ligt's style more because of the high line that they play, but Bayern are reluctant to meet Juventus' asking price. But I don't really think that's too much of an issue because, like we've seen with Chelsea, and especially in the first half of the season when we were playing the back five for the majority of the time, we had, I think, statistically one of the highest average defensive lines in the Premier League. So to me, it's like he can play in the Premier League. He can fit Chelsea's system. So it's just a bit of waffle on Bayern Munich's side to try and hijack the team. They don't really have the same muscles.
First of all,
there's one thing I'll be signing. Yeah, I'll be signing for the next 20 minutes. Just one more thing.
Shut the fuck up. You already had
one more
2
thing.
Of fame.
Do you know?
Now
go on,
you have. We said it before. Sometimes the reports are, sometimes what's the name?
Okay, cool.
They speak just because to speak. There's no chance they can afford them at Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich doesn't go for the players from different leagues when they have when the buyout costs are big. What they do they buy it from the lower teams from the same Bundesliga.
You guys really like to listen to this all the time.
Right, by all accounts, like Bayern are saving. By all accounts, Bayern are saving their money to buy Florian Wirtz in another year or two. He's going to cost well over 100 million.
Sorry, I know it's like maybe entertaining for something, but this just got to be. Even class ref is not that.
Give it a few minutes.
No one cares, man. No one cares.
So I had a question in the chat. I need to. It's about football and not about something else. Just so you know, nobody has signed Sergei Milinkovic-Savic. So tell the Arsenal fans to go away. Fabrizio Romano, no bid has come in for him. So they can't sign somebody they haven't bid for. There's your answer. Whoever asked that question.
Well, you can ask Nathaniel. What's his sources say? Arsenal.
I'm not messing about.
He wants to ask Nathaniel. Why?
I'm not messing about.
Because he's like the closest Arsenal connection.
No,
I'm
telling you, bro.
I'm not messing about anymore. Listen, Jared Romero, a Barca journalist on Twitter.
I'm serious, bro.
Saying fake news about Raphinha's 98% done. That's false. I spoke to a Barca journalist yesterday, and he told me that.
No, Savić, Nathaniel. Not Raphinha.
Apparently, Laporta is only saying this to journalists in Barcelona just to get them better to rush and sign a new contract. That's the only reason why. They know Raphinha's not going to come to them. They can't sign both players. That's what I'm saying. Raphinha's coming to Chelsea.
But what about Savić?
Wait. If Alex Smith is messing about or trolling, how's this trolling? I'm talking about football and Raphinha. How's this trolling? It's just nonsense, man. It's just an agenda. That's all it is.
Yeah, Savić.
We were talking about the Ligt. How the fuck did we get to Raphinha?
Yeah. On De Ligt, there was a great post. There was a great post on De Ligt that had a picture of the Allianz and Stamford Bridge, and it said which stadium would you like to play in? And somebody wrote, it doesn't matter, they're both owned by Chelsea. I thought that was great.
Which one?
There's a great photo of Bayern Stadium and Stamford Bridge next to each other, and it was like, if you were De Ligt, which stadium would you prefer to play in? And somebody wrote, it doesn't matter, they're both owned by Chelsea.
The more beautiful stadium, Stamford Bridge. He wants to be in that glorified fucking spaceship. Fuck that, man.
Josh, same way we conquered that stadium. That's why we own it.
Here's the best source on Raphinha. And I'm playing this as a joke. Raphinha continues to hold out for Barca move. Barca will pay Leeds fee, but how and when have been the main issues.
But the Raphinha deadline's tomorrow.
Yeah,
Barcelona have to pay by then.
I'm just telling you what this is Graham Bailey putting this out. How or when, they don't know, but they're going to pay it.
I'd say the best.
Really? This is reporting now. This is reporting.
I'd say the best source for this deal is Leeds, and Leeds have said the only bid they've accepted is Chelsea's. I mean, that's end of.
No, I was thinking it's a joke.
No, I know.
how
Did you
or
guys
when
see
they're
the-
going to
You're
make
making
up
jokes
the
and
food
taking
they
a
don't
mic now.
know.
So Justice, I don't appreciate you taking a mic now because I'm trying to be serious and speak about football, and you're just saying I'm joking around. I don't feel that's funny, man. I'm just being serious.
Wait,
But Nathaniel, when you're serious, you are a joke, though. That's,
Lewis, I don't appreciate that either, man. It's not even funny.
Oh, sorry, Nathaniel. I hope you forgive me.
yeah.
I'm trying to be
well,
serious today, and I'm trying to speak
Yeah,
facts about football.
we'll work
You guys
up- we'll-
taking
we'll
jokes.
get
all
some
you're doing is
sensitivity
repeating
training.
what you saw on Twitter, though.
Yeah, I can't lie. Everything you said, I read on Absolute Chelsea before I even sent everyone the link.
So you heard about the Gerald Romero lies just because Laporta wants to renew Dembele's contract quickly. Is that what you heard about in Absolute Chelsea? No, you didn't. So don't come on, man.
What do you even say anything about Dembele?
You know, yes, I did. I talked about how Laporta is spreading fake news to journalists to try and rush Dembele to sign a new contract. That's what I said.
Well, it hasn't worked because they
Well, that
can't
actually
register him
looks easy.
anyway.
Well, it's
Yeah.
gonna work. No, it's gonna work eventually, man.
They can't register a player.
Dembele's got no one
Any-
else to go to. There's an offer on the table for him.
That's,
Sure,
that's-
on the table
again,
already.
you're conflating two things. They cannot register
You're complaining.
any
You're complaining,
players.
team. You're complaining new things. Listen.
Do you
there's
even
an
know
offer
what
on the table for
conflating
him already.
means?
Yeah, I do. I do.
He knows what
There's an offer,
inflating
there's an
means.
offer.
That's all.
Well, it's again, if you actually talk to
Fucking hell.
real journalists, you would know that they cannot register anybody.
including the two players they just announced this week.
Yeah. So how are they going to sign Dembele?
I'll put my money on it. Yeah, put my money on it. This week, Raphinha
Oh.
is signing for Chelsea.
Your pocket money.
And when he does, record this. For wherever you are in your basement, record this. Raphinha is signing for Chelsea this weekend, or this week, and it will happen.
Why is Fatter catching strays, man?
Also,
Screen.
Like, what?
also, big up Frosted Myth saying if I had to choose between Einstein or Nathaniel's brain, I'll pick Nathaniel because it hasn't been used. Mad.
By the way, how is he putting the money? Like, how is the put? Did he break the piggy bank that he have?
No,
Like, what money?
he's trading waffles. He said it.
What
brother.
money?
The waffles. That's his currency.
About the Barcelona.
It's a wheeling
Speaking of
deal.
waffles, there's hella waffles in the comment section. Fucking hell.
It's pretty obvious
Alex,
that Barcelona.
Alex, you call
Get
me
off.
poor. That's nice,
Go,
man.
yeah, I call you
That's
poor.
nice.
Yeah, I call
That's nice.
you a
That's
poor
cool.
little kid.
That's cool. That's cool. That's
Man
cool.
said you're
You see-
Barcelona.
you see
I wouldn't
how-
have that.
You see how rattled you are. You're talking to a kid and saying that.
I'm not rattled.
You see how rattled you are, man. You're so rattled, man. Look at you.
Prime instigator.
Oh,
And
fucking
Dad,
hell.
Shut up.
You're
Man.
here for the comedy relief. That's all.
I'm here for the
You're a
football
clown.
actually. I'll
You're
speak
a
about football.
clown.
Speaking about
Right, let's
speaking of Raphina. That's what I'm here for.
let's get back onto the topic.
First,
Yeah, get back on
first
track.
of all,
Let's get
his
back on
name
track.
is Raphinha, not Raphina.
It's
Know how
Raphina.
to read.
Raphina. That's how Brazilians say it.
Finish
That's
your
how
school, finish
Brazilians say it. Raphina.
Yeah.
Comments. Big up the comments as well, man. Big up to my fans, man. Big up to my fans.
Uh,
The waffle emoji to my
All the
fans.
waffle houses in the all the
Felipe
waffles.
Barbosa
Nathaniel's
says,
Waffle House.
oh my god. Felipe Barbosa says Nunez is all we wanted Ruben Loftus-Cheek to be, and I've seen like weird Nunez links pop up in the whole timeline yesterday, and I haven't heard anything
fake news.
linking us to him before then. Does anyone even know anything about the player? All I know
Yeah, I
from
know.
him,
Yeah,
I
I'll
know
say,
about him.
listen,
I watched
this
the
is-
Nations League.
and that's about it. But
I
yeah,
appreciate
I watched him in
Felipe here,
Nations
but
League.
I'd say the chances that Felipe has watched this kid play is probably like between 1% and 10% chance that I never even heard this dude's name until this morning.
I've
Yeah.
watched.
Right.
I've
I'm
watched
pretty sure
40 games
Barbosa
of
is
him.
a Portuguese name, isn't it? So he's a fan. But in the day,
No, I've watched 50
a lot of
games.
us haven't
I've
watched
50
him.
games.
and
I know
even if you
everything
have,
about him.
he's very similar to
Kovacic.
Kovacic too. Yeah, well, fuck,
Hey,
I can't
let you
believe
come
that.
in,
The
Copy
guy,
what I
the
said.
guy had 3
Copy what
goals
I
and
said.
2 assists last year, and I read something this morning where he's like a mixture of Fabregas and Kovacic. Guy had 2 assists last season.
Well, that's
Why
like
you all about stats?
Nah,
All
he
about
doesn't look
stats.
like anything like
all about
Fabregas. He
stats.
just looks like Kovacic bad in the Portuguese league. He's a
Honestly,
bit young.
Honestly,
I
the
don't know.
only
I've
thing
not
I
seen
saw-
a minute of film on him.
Me
So all
either.
I can tell you is what Pep said about him, that he's
Oh,
one of the
look,
best
even
players in the
Cass,
world. That's what
Yeah.
Pep
Cass
said.
says that he knows.
And
that.
don't
Pep
listen
said
to Ben
that?
Jacobs,
Shit.
man. Don't ever
Yeah,
listen to Ben
all I-
Jacobs. He's a fraud of a journalist.
All I
man.
saw,
Ben
all I
Jacobs,
saw in
a
the,
Leicester
I
fan.
checked his stats.
He's a Leicester
The guy
fan, man.
can't pass. Like he's less than 80% pass completion. He's not playing in.
What are you?
Tuchel's
Have you
midfield.
even watched him play? You haven't even watched him play.
He's
Let me
less
watch
than
him play.
80% pass completion.
He literally
haven't
just
watched
said
him
that,
play.
Nathaniel.
You
If
haven't
anything,
watched
if
him
he comes
play.
in,
And
if he comes in, he's probably the replacement for what's his face that went back to Atletico. What's his name? There?
So
Saul Nunez. If he comes in, that's where you're looking at. He's gonna get like 5
when we,
minutes.
when we
5
sell
minutes
off all
here
the
and there,
academy players, we'll need somebody.
just to fill up. Yeah. Who? That's probably how I've seen it. But there's no way there's this guy's coming to play in our midfield if he can't even complete 80% of his passes in a possession.
That's not really true. Okay, so
Couch, if you see anything on him, he just looks like the guy that grabs it and runs with it. Very lost to see, very clever, yeah.
But like you can't not possess the ball 85% of the time, and then play for a two-goal midfield. Like there's just no chance of that.
Yeah,
right?
Everything you see on him, he just grabs the ball and he's running with it. He's driving.
Biologic, J5 could play in the midfield then. Biologic, man.
No, you got the wrong logic, Nathaniel.
Wow, there's something.
J5 can't tackle.
Misplaced like 3 passes.
What?
He misplaced like 3 passes. So.
Sevilla intend to complete the sale of Jules Koundé before this weekend.
He's
in Los Angeles right now.
Or
this is from Fernando Serrano.
The 5th of July deadline's passed now, so we're gonna have to pay something closer to a release clause. Am I correct?
I'm just trying
to. That's kind of cap. So Fernando Serrano is
just.
Aye, Nathaniel, stop talking over people, bruv. Jesters, go.
He's a journalist.
Oh, so they're talking. Okay.
At least they're involved in the conversation. You're just waffling about the comments or some shit. Jesters, go off.
So from what I understand, we're the only people in for him. So if anybody else knows anybody else who has been linked with Koundé, Barcelona, but we can go ahead and throw that out the window because that's been shot down already.
Yep, Monchi shot that down.
Does that mean that Koundé is going to be signed by the weekend?
He signed
according to this gentleman, by the way.
We've heard talks on it.
Barcelona.
Who, Koundé?
Yeah,
with what money? With what money?
They've got money. They've got second level. Can I speak now? They've got second
level.
No,
they haven't. They just came out and said that hasn't happened and it won't happen until after the 15th. So
that's not true. That's not true.
Yeah, really. The president of Barcelona has said that.
Koundé isn't coming to. Yeah, they lie. Koundé isn't coming to Chelsea. He's going to Barcelona. Chelsea getting the Ligt, prioritizing the Ligt and Ake. If you've been living under a rock for the past 2 weeks, yeah, we're not getting Koundé.
See, I thought the Koundé links had actually cooled off as well, but have you heard differently, Jesters?
I'm just telling you what has been reported. Can't tell you that it's absolutely 100% true. Because even the journalists haven't been 100% right this summer. So I just sent you the link.
All right, cool. 1 second.
I've been 100% right. I've got everything I said right. I told you guys Werner was coming to Chelsea. I told you guys Jorginho was coming to Chelsea. You guys didn't believe me.
Really did.
Where'd you tell us about Werner? After he came? Is that when you tell us?
Hey, that source got like 3K followers.
Again,
so I know. Like you're just reporting what you've read and everything, but like. I don't know.
I think the main reason you've heard not a lot on Koundé and Chelsea is because Chelsea have the upper hand in the deal. There's no one else in for him, and we're not going to sit there and go back and forth to them with Sevilla again for a whole nother offseason. So it's like, here's the deal. Here's the money we offered. It's 60 million. Take it, or he fucking sits on your bench again, or he sits in your team again unhappy. Like, Chelsea are in no position to have to negotiate back and forth with Sevilla right now. It's like it's us or nobody. He's been linked with absolutely nobody. Monchi said there's been zero talks with Barcelona about Jules Koundé. To sit here and think like now Chelsea are going to negotiate against themselves for a second year on a guy who wants out of your club. That's probably why you're not hearing a lot of back and forth about the deal, because Chelsea have a firm number in place for him. Here it is, take it or leave it. And if they don't want to take it, then he'll just be unhappy on their bench again or in their team.
I admire your positivity, yes, but we're not getting De Ligt and Koundé in the same window.
Sure, we can. Okay. Actually, we could buy De Ligt, Koundé, and Koulibaly if we wanted to financially do it. It's all possible.
No.
Absolutely is.
What's our budget, Nathaniel?
Absolutely is. They're all within. They're actually all within 200 million, and we haven't even sold players yet. So that money hasn't even gone into the bank.
If we get De Ligt and Koundé, I'll pay you £100. We get De Ligt and Koundé.
Okay.
That's never happening.
Josh, you'll do it in
This guy's
installments,
like
Barca
Barcelona,
style.
Josh. This guy's like
Yeah,
Barcelona.
right. Yeah.
That was funny.
So that's where that stands. Look, that's what's been reported. Take it or leave it. I don't have any sources. So all I do is comb through what's been said and put two
What you do is
together and
guess.
get 4. That's it.
By the way, Pulisic's going to be in the bench. He's going to be in the reserves next season, man. He's going to be in the reserves. That trash haircut.
Okay.
Haircut? Nah, what are you waffling about, bro? Right, guys. We still haven't hit 200 likes, and there's over 500 of you guys in here. So again, ramp up the likes if you guys haven't done so. Let's try and get to 400 by the end of the stream. Guardian Sport reported Eddie Howe is keen on bringing Chelsea's Callum Hudson-Odoi to Newcastle, and interest could be stepped up in the coming days. Like we already said,
Fake news.
we need,
Dude, just
in
pick
my
him
opinion.
off.
Yeah, just I can't like keep interrupting. I'm gonna boot you myself. But like we were saying anyway, Hudson-Odoi, I wanted him on loan last season. We held him back for a year. In my opinion, still killed his development. If we can get him out on loan somewhere else for next season, perfect. If he ends up getting sold, I'm kind of at oh well. In that case, I'm not really going to be too fussed about it anymore. But I still think there's plenty more you could get out of him if you let him have a year's worth of experience. But Hudson-Odoi to Newcastle, what's the likelihood that you guys think of the transfer?
100%.
A transfer.
I'll fly over to England to drive him up there myself.
Yeah, I mean the likelihood. I know like half of you would just bin him off at the first available opportunity and all of that, but yeah.
Probably 70%, depending on incomings. If you get another attacker coming in, out the door.
Only problem is
That's probably a good number.
really likes
120K is still on too, right? I mean, Newcastle don't have to worry about money, but giving a guy like that 120K,
I mean, that's good
that sets the bar. That sets the bar for them, right?
That's interesting because
that ain't our problem.
Really likes Cho.
Definitely not our problem, but I mean, I'm just looking at it from the logic there.
Well, he's a young player. He was an English international. He's not anymore.
The reason why we gave him 120K is because of the promise he was showing. He's not lived up to that.
No,
so,
you're absolutely correct.
So right now, to say that Newcastle's in for him and knowing with the wages that he's on, I don't know. I say that I'm with Josh. I say about like 70%. It would make sense because I think that a manager like Eddie Howe could use a guy like that, but I don't know.
Their team could.
Yeah.
But the only issue is that it's always been reported that Tuchel really likes Cho. Like, he really, really wants to develop him and stuff like that. I don't know whether he wants to let him go or not, but I think he should go for his own development. Whether it's on loan or not, he needs to go.
Well,
I think he's pushing it.
He needs a run of games where he knows he's the starting. Do you know what I mean? He needs it for his own development, and maybe it is loan, and he comes back refreshed and a better player. But I don't see him getting a lot of game time this season.
We agree that his best position is the left wing, right?
No,
we
don't
he seems
agree
more
on
comfortable
that.
What do you think his best position is?
His best position is right wing, playing very wide because he has no left foot.
Yep.
Right. No, I agree with that. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
And that's fine because I was just gonna say maybe Newcastle wouldn't be the best place since they still have St. Maximin.
If they want him and they're going to pay the amount we want for him,
yeah,
how much
a no-brainer.
would you go for? I guess that's my question.
If it's like a loan with an option for like 35, I'd bite their hand off.
They're going to buy him outright.
Straight. Oh, that's even better.
You think you would pay 35 for Cho?
I think that's a fair market value price for someone like him. If you're expecting him to reach his potential, 30 to 35, why not?
Yeah, but like with the wage demands as well, it's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough to get him at 35 with 120K wage demand.
Well, maybe if they buy him outright, they can renegotiate the personal terms.
Yeah, market value on Callum is
he's not gonna negotiate it down.
Maybe,
he's
probably
not going to negotiate it down. Like
we'd get 20 to 25, and he's going to have 1 year left at the end of that loan. So
what's his market value?
22.5 million pound. So
I think it'll be a loan.
you could get between 25 and 30 for him because it's a Premier League team sending a player to another Premier League team, and it usually means that you pay a little bit more, and that's why.
He's lost his English tax too.
And yeah, he doesn't have the English tax anymore, so you can't go very much above that. So if they come in for 25 million pounds, you jump on that with both feet and say, "See ya."
Right,
And you
Felipe
reinvest that money into the side.
Just to add to it, Felipe Barbo says I'd watch him go and watch the game against City. I'm going to do my research on him for the next stream. Daniel says Nathaniel's a waffle merchant, needs to be muted. I prefer really not to.
No. Matt said he likes Nathaniel. The two minds met. So
yeah, I've been seeing that. Like, fair play to you as well. You're not calling out the chat live. You're actually just beefing with the chat.
I know. I don't want to abuse the little boys anymore.
Pause.
Please don't abuse little boys on the stream.
Poor choice of words. Poor choice of words.
I don't know. I don't know if Lingard's a great example here since he's shopping himself for MLS teams right now.
It's not the first time that my English is
let you down.
Yeah. No. We get it. It was just funny.
We get it.
Fucking hell. Right, Pedro Neves says what?
Ultimate pause.
Dead. Pedro Neves says, what if Cho doesn't want to loan and he wants to make it by staying at Chelsea like me?
How'd that work out for Lingard? He's shopping himself to MLS teams right now as we speak. So
He has opportunity.
Yeah.
He wants to play soccer, does he?
He's taking meetings in the States to see what MLS proposals there are for him. Because he wants some stupid wage, but he wants like 200 and something K a week, which is like based off what, dude?
That's why he's trying to go there, but he can go play for West Ham right now if he wanted to.
But not for anywhere near that wage.
Yeah, but he can still go play for West Ham right now. So like the statement is valid. Like what Pedro's saying is valid. The only reason
what's he saying? He's saying Lingard wanted to stay at United.
I'd say this is not just like Lingard, it's like Ruben as well. Ruben always wanted to stay at Chelsea, like in spite of everything he wanted to succeed in. That's why he hasn't moved yet. So I wouldn't be too surprised if you see that happening, but it's all speculation. Like we could say maybe Tammy would have wanted that and he loved that, but he went to Roma, and Tomori as well. I'm sure you could say that about any Cobham player. So unless they come out and say it, it's just speculation. But if he does, then lower them wages, bro, because you ain't getting another contract on those ones. If you wanted to stay at Chelsea regardless, they got to drop. That's the way I see it.
Again, we're not talking about sending him on a loan. The Newcastle thing would be a sale. Newcastle aren't looking to loan play. They're looking to buy to build their team, build a young team. So in a year or two, they can compete with top four. They're not talking about loans. They're talking about buying him. So that's kind of doesn't make any sense. Okay, so
as a signing, that's fine. Like if the money's good enough, let him go. Like I haven't got an attachment to him or anything. I still think he can grow and develop as a Chelsea player. But if he ends up being sold, is what it is. Bigger for everything, and that's it.
I expect Sterling to be announced tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
because the new kid drops. Officially.
Who's Ben Jacob, Jim? Who's Ben Jacob?
He's a reporter.
Chelsea source. Yeah.
He's actually got some good sources there.
He's one of the top sources.
Yeah, but I don't know if there's a congruence just because there's a kit launch that you're going to be announcing somebody. I mean, maybe the day after or something like that. You launched the kit, then a couple days later you announced the first player. But I don't.
Yeah, there would have been something leaked, like a picture.
They're going to do like a.
Yeah, there was. Look, it's in my display picture.
What's that?
Like this one. Best edit I've ever seen in my life. By the way.
I know, it had me going.
There's one behind you, behind me too.
No, that should
be away kit.
Oh shit, that is Sterling. I didn't even know it. Let's go.
Where did you get that?
It's a green
screen. I nabbed it off Twitter.
Gem's channel tomorrow as well. / Chelsea Fan TV as well. Welcome to the group, my guy, as always. Yeah, what other news did you send? But we already spoke about the Raphinha situation. Tomorrow we're going to find out if Barcelona hit the deadline or if they don't. And if they don't, then Raphinha's going to have to come to Chelsea with his tail tucked between his legs before he inevitably tries to dip in 2 or 3 years to try and go Barcelona if it's still alive. But I have to wait and see. If Bayern are correct, Barca won't even be in business, so Raphinha might as well join us.
I love that tweet. I love that tweet.
That was a brilliant.
By the way, you know who's Bayern is director?
Yes.
Khan, right?
Khan. And
Yeah.
what Khan known for? The guy will get in the freaking fights like nobody's business. The guy will not take the bully from Barcelona.
Yeah, Khan
Good,
is-
and I'm glad
Khan
clubs
ain't
ain't taking anymore.
they're not
Fuck
taking
them.
it.
Tarek Lamptey has switched his allegiance to Ghana. From
Yeah,
England.
good for him. We get more game time.
And Iñaki Williams. So.
Yeah,
So when is Cho's doing it?
he's already done it.
You already did it. Again, like, get more game time. Fair enough, and all of that. What else was there?
Well,
Todd
like
Bowley
Mourinho
was-
said. Remember, like what Mourinho said. If all
What do
the
you say?
players, if all the players that came from African region will go back to regional and play for them, the African continent will win the World Cup quicker than like anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like it will
Well,
be
that's half,
strong
that's
team.
half
be-
of
would
France's
be an
squad, is
Africa.
it not?
Yep.
I was gonna say,
It's true. It's true. It
Yeah,
probably
but it
will
takes
be
away
one
from
of
the country's
strongest-
development. No, I mean like
Takes-
the country that
No,
you're
no, no,
born,
no.
like that you actually learn your football.
Learn the
in.
football. Yeah. I
Yeah,
agree
that's
with
what it really represents.
Yeah, because the way depends how you look at it. It's like not all of them went to the youth system in Europe. You know what I'm saying? Some of them started football, and I don't think Mane started as a player somewhere in Europe. He started as a player somewhere at home, and then
I don't know. Well, I first heard of him when he was at Leipzig. So I wouldn't be too sure. But
but
yeah. Todd Bowley will discuss Broja's future at the club amid interest from West Ham, Everton, and Newcastle. I still don't think anything will happen until Tuchel gets a look at him in pre-season.
He's not going.
Not going to
He's not
pre-season, or
The report yesterday was he was not going with the team to preseason.
The Albanian source, right?
Nope.
Really?
It was an Albania. Are you guys talking about Broja?
news
right?
to me. What the fuck?
That makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Yeah,
Well,
it
he's-
was,
Hey, 600 you lot in here. We ain't in 200 likes. Come on, guys, ramp it up.
it
Fucking
was
hell.
sourced from
he's
Albania.
having meetings with Bowley about his future, which I'm assuming is to decide which of these offers he thinks is best for his next move. Because I don't see him staying in the team, especially if we end up getting a Ronaldo.
Yeah, I guess it was an Albanian source.
Wild.
and you
That is
thank you for your
wild.
answer. I see.
Which is kind of legit, but it just doesn't make sense. He's not even going to take a look at him. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, that's kind of where my logic is on that as well.
Well-
But the other thing too is, wouldn't he be at Cobham now, anyways? Like,
No,
is he
he's
not there?
They say he's not there. That's
He's
what I
definitely
thought.
not there. He's definitely not there right now.
He's on an international. He played for the international. International players come on the 9th.
Well,
Right.
here's where it makes sense. If they have actually are going to sign Ronaldo, then there's no sense to keep Broja in the team.
Why? Why? Hold
What do
on
you
a
mean,
second.
why?
Why? Because if Ronaldo is coming, I understand what Kai Havertz is doing, but Kai Havertz also can play in the middle. And if Kai Havertz get in the middle, that he still can be a second striker to Ronaldo.
Yeah, Ronaldo
And
cannot.
that way you don't have to sign the midfielder.
You asked me to make how it would make sense. It would make sense if you're bringing in a proven striker.
No,
That's how it would make
But that
sense.
will make us still only one striker.
Yeah, the only
Anyway,
way.
No, that would make us have two strikers, Kai Havertz and whoever you brought in.
No, the only way that Ronaldo will succeed is with playing with Kai. So he still need someone to rotate. Yes.
That what?
It's
Yeah.
not the only way, but I hear you. I hear you. It's not the only way, though.
It's
not
the
the only
main
way.
way that
Yeah,
we
he's not done anything in his career without Kai Havertz.
Oh god. Oh god.
It's not the only way, but yeah, It would be
You
better.
have to-
I think Chelsea would be better.
What are we talking about now?
Maybe,
You have to look at it like you have to look at it like
maybe me is biased. Maybe me is biased, but I really, really think Broja is gonna be a really big player someday. I don't know. It's just my hunch.
someday. You're right, Alex. I think someday he will be, but like you got to look at it right now from Chelsea's point of view. He's probably one of their biggest money opportunities to sell.
Here's
Like,
what
you're
I
looking
see.
at potential of 40 million from a kid who hasn't done anything for your
100% agree
team.
with you. 100% agree with you. The problem is the chances of us signing Ronaldo are less chances than, like, for example, who's going to be a second striker if we don't sign Ronaldo?
Well, then that would make less sense unless he's going to play Sterling as a 9 sometime.
And that's not unforeseeable. That's not
I know it's not unforeseeable.
You're asking me a question. I'm trying to give you an answer that makes that they've actually talked about
no
this.
sense. It makes no sense, Jester.
I swear, I look at the Broja the way I look.
Wait, bro.
I
Wait,
looked at the Broja the way I looked at De Bruyne at Chelsea.
Jack, though, you're the one saying that Ronaldo needs.
Yeah,
I
seriously.
understand your logic. I don't like people
makes
saying
no
stuff
sense.
and just like give me logic. Why
The
do you
logic with it is that Ronaldo, if you watched him at Man United last year, right?
Yeah.
You know the reason why Bruno Fernandes wasn't working?
Because he's shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's because it's shit. But it's also because Ronaldo loves drifting to the wide spaces one too many times during the game. Therefore, when Bruno was not in those spaces, because he was also on the wings trying to feed it to Ronaldo, you would see that the middle was completely vacated. That's why they couldn't score anything. The whole thing about Ronaldo is that
I don't want to go back to Ronaldo conversation. He's not a player, so let's
Sterling
talk
could take up those spaces.
like Ronaldo is not there, but Broja is there.
Yeah, and
Broja's
I
in
don't
the
think
team.
you'll see.
Ronaldo
I don't think
is
you'll
not.
see him.
But we haven't seen Broja and Ronaldo have worn the Chelsea kit the same amount of time. Like, you get what I mean? It's just like it's the same thing.
But
What would you
I
rather
actually
have,
saw
Broja or
and Chelsea
Ronaldo?
kid.
Broja hasn't played for us yet either. So we're discussing like
He was playing in preseason last summer,
He still hasn't played a single.
and I saw him in Southampton.
Bro, no, I'm not saying we can't talk about him. I'm saying you said let's not talk about Ronaldo. Let's talk about Broja. Why can't we talk about Ronaldo?
Because he's a Manchester United player.
He's not going to be by the end of the season.
And we talked about him yesterday. I don't want to do it again.
I wasn't here yesterday. So
Go watch the stream. Go watch the stream, man.
Alex, I will say,
Don't forget to like and subscribe, man.
I do think one may depend on the other. So, like, I don't know that necessarily they'll let go of Broja right away if they don't think they're going to get Ronaldo. If they think they're going to get him, then I think you'll see him go. But I think it'll it'll depend.
Broja's gonna stay. Broja's gonna stay. So I think he's gonna run up in preseason, and we're gonna see Broja run up and be in part of the squad. Trust
he
me.
needs to stay either way. He needs to stay either way.
I hope he stays.
I actually think he needs to stay either way.
Who?
Broja.
Yeah,
I mean, he had a decent preseason last year, and they still shipped him out. It's like,
I'd be okay with selling him with a buyback clause, but I
No,
wouldn't be okay with selling him, and that would just be the only way to like soften the blow. Like, I don't want him gone.
Would you rather want Gallagher gone than Broja?
Yeah.
And the current squad situation, we're less struggling for that
Yes.
particular midfielder
Yeah.
than for the forwards. And look, for me, Gallagher is one of the kids that I actually, same as Broja and Mount, is one of those kids that work hard, doesn't have much talent, but they're working for that talent to substitute for the talent. I see them both.
What about
I
Levi
just think-
Colwell?
Oh, fuck, I can't.
Why do I have to sacrifice one player for the other?
Because the position we in.
No,
Like-
I was asking him, like, the main thing he said, would you rather sell Broja or Gallagher? Why do I have to sacrifice?
Yeah, why
one
do we
for
have
the other?
to even? Yeah.
Why does it? They're
Well,
not
technically,
linked.
if you like, for example, if you think Kovacic and Kante is gonna be fit for all the 48 games, you mad because it's not gonna happen.
We don't
So
even know if they're
Gallagher
gonna
will
And
automatically
they're both
can
going to the
have
World
that.
Cup.
Exactly. So Gallagher will have time. He will take place of Kante or Kovacic. He can play in those two positions, right? Right.
Yeah.
So, for example, Kai Havertz even can play in those positions.
An 8.
Right, right.
As an 8, yes.
As an 8, yes, he can.
Yeah.
Kai Havertz can't play as
I
an
mean,
8.
in a midfield 3, maybe.
No.
As a midfield three.
What I'm saying is, it's a last resort. If somebody get
Yeah,
hurt and we're short, Kai Havertz can fill it up. What do we do if Ronaldo doesn't come and Kai Havertz is the only striker?
Well, they wouldn't do that.
Finish 6th.
Necessarily.
Well, there's
Yeah,
still
we
Werner,
agree with
too.
you, Alex. We
Much
agree
as
with
we
you.
hate to
We
admit
agree
it,
with
there's
you,
still
Alex.
Werner.
Alex,
Look,
we agree with you. We should keep
I'm-
him at any cost. We should keep him at any cost.
Guys, we're talking about bringing in players. We haven't, like, Werner's still at the club.
Yep.
He's still at the
Because
club.
we can't
The
sell it.
likelihood of him going anywhere right now is not looking too promising.
I don't
with the
care.
wages
I
that
actually
Chelsea
no.
players.
I actually think he's
can.
promising. He's looking for it. He agreed to wage reduction.
To
He
go
just
where?
well, Juventus are interested in him. What's his
What
name?
Counting.
I think
him
Chelsea
on
are
loan.
doing.
They
Chelsea are
want him on
doing.
loan, bro.
I think they're doing it smart, where they're going after their targets first before they sell, because then you have a little bit of
That's not smart. That's what Marina
Why?
did.
'Cause
And
if you
everybody was
sell-
getting after fast.
No, that is smart, because if you sell your striker, now you have
Marina
no
was
leverage. Now you have no
Marina was
leverage.
selling before. She wasn't
Well,
buying.
listen, if you say they sell Timo Werner, and now they want to negotiate with a team for another attacker, you have no leverage now, because they know you have to have him. You have no, like, right now we don't have to have him because we have Werner. If he goes,
Good point.
now you're in a position where a team's like, you don't have a striker. This guy's going to cost you 70 million.
I can see your point. At the same time, we buy a player and we stay with Timo Werner. And what happens is Timo Werner will, by the end of the window, will not find the team. So now we're stuck with the 2 players. That does not.
Yeah, that's also been a problem. But I think that
You see
just
what I'm
comes down to the fact that but that might come down to the fact that the ask is too high. Like,
Right.
they're asking for like 60, 70 million for a player that's actually worth 20.
Right.
You know
We
what I
may
mean?
not be so, because there's no debt, we may not be so stingy on what we ask for from another club. Like Werner, whereas Marina might have been like, you're not getting Werner for less than 55 or 60. Bowley might say, you can have him for 30. Like, fuck it, just get him out of here. Like, get him
I
off
got
the
a
books.
hypothetical to ask.
Didn't Dortmund want Werner?
You're hypothetical.
Yeah, I
Can't
heard
afford it.
Dortmund.
Yeah, I got a
Can't afford it.
hypothetical.
Go for it.
If let's say we go to a back 4, which means we have 2 center backs on the field, how many center backs do we keep on the team?
Probably
Well,
4.
Total,
Five.
we should
Five.
Yeah, 5.
We
Because
should
we've got
have
5 subs this season as well. Remember that?
We should technically how teams work. You have every position by cover. It does not include the players that can fulfill that position that technically not center backs, like what's his name?
Reece.
Reece, yes. Reece, or the guy from
Okay.
real Chris country, the sheep country, what's his name?
Oh, Ampadu.
Ampadu, yeah.
The real sheep country.
So you know what I'm saying? Like you have those players that can fulfill those positions. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you substitute. That's how you make it. Last season we had the major blow in the midfielder, right? But for some reason we had more center backs, and center backs did not injured, but the midfield got injured.
This is where I'm going with this. So if we're going to keep at least 4 on the team, right? So to back up each one of the center backs.
Yeah.
And you have, let's just throw names, doesn't necessarily have to argue about the names. Let's say we bring Matheus de Ligt and Ake in, and you've got Thiago Silva. That's 3. And Chalaba's 4,
Levi
which
Colwill.
means we're keeping 4.
Yeah.
I think because of the congested season and you don't want to overpay Thiago, I think you keep 5. So you keep Colwill in as that.
Okay. If you sign Benjamin Pavard, who can play both right back and center back,
Then there's a different story. You send Colwill out on loan.
or do you sell him?
No.
Sell him for buyback.
By the way, isn't what's his name can play also on the sides, like right? What's his name? Colwill.
Colwill can play left back. They say he can play left back as well. I've never seen him play.
Yeah, he
that's
mostly
right,
just played left center back last year. That was pretty much it.
No, I know that, but you know how what's his name? Don't be. People forget that Tuchel can find some young players that can actually fit the team, like Chalaba did last season.
Yeah.
And Tuchel can structure defense.
Yeah. Well, Chalaba.
By the
was
way,
in a 3.
what's
We've
up with
not seen
Pavard
really
when
a
we're
4.
looking for the clause guy? Cause or Klaus.
Listen, please, I beg you to stop saying Pavard because the man made a whole career off of one goal, and I still cannot believe it. Just please.
Okay, well,
The guy is fast and physical. I don't know what
hey,
you're
he's a
talking
French
about.
international, but let's not bring in a French international.
There's the button over there, Dag. It's called mute. Just mute for a second.
Brother, man, I'm just telling you. I don't understand why we want trash players. We're talking
about. Have you watched him play in Bayern? Have you been watching him in Bayern?
The whole reason France did so terrible in the Euros is because of him. I don't know why we're talking about it.
Yeah, just one player. Just one player.
What are you talking about?
It doesn't have nothing to do that the most expensive player in the world missed shit of chances and empty goals. It doesn't have nothing to do with that, right?
They kind of have one of the best teams of all time. How did they concede 3 to Switzerland?
How did they win the World Cup with this guy, though, Dax? I'm confused. I'm just confused.
If it was his fault they lost Euros, it's his fault that they won the World Cup, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, hold on.
We're gonna give him credit there too.
Clearly, I'm exaggerating with it's his whole fault, but he was a big part of it. He was a really big part of it.
Like the other
Benjamin Pavard would be a class backup, especially if we're going to a back four, because Klaus is seen more as a right wing back than a right back.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Listen,
By the way, if we're gonna
go ahead, Josh. Because I've watched Pavard enough times.
I already stopped listening to you. I want to finish to Josh.
Shit.
Josh,
yeah, and I think if we go to a 4, that's where you'll see us keep more of the flexibility kind of guys that Alex was talking about, like the Ampadu, maybe an Ampadu, maybe like just guys who can play multiple positions, because then it gives you those guys maybe give you some back 3 flexibility if you need it. But if we're just going to go to a 4, I don't know that you need more than 4 just center backs.
By the way, look at this way. Look at real quick. People think that like we don't have to. We need to sign at least one center back. If we sign at least one center back and we cannot find the center back for cheap and good, that we can invest in a different thing, I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea will save the money on this transfer window and play Chalobah or even Reece in as a center back in that position to save money. And that's why we're looking at the right side. So Reece will be a center back, because center backs are right now are expensive, right?
I agree.
Because they know that we need to, so we cannot afford. If we pay 80 million euros on the guy from Norwegian, whatever the delinquent guy. Yeah, the delinquent guy. If we're paying 80 million for delinquent guy, and Koundé is 50, that's like 130 million for 2 players. What if we will pay 80 for one and try to see if we can find something to substitute for that position on the right and save the money to pay for something else that we need?
Yeah, I agree with you. And I agree with you. I think that we're going to see a lot of Reece James at center back. I mean, Tuchel said as much anyways. But beyond that, like, I don't know if – okay, so we all agree that Reece James is dynamic in the final third, right?
Yeah.
If you can't get somebody that can give you like for like there, then does that make any sense? Because you're taking away from your offense now.
Don't y'all think that's why we want Raphinha as right winger?
I actually looked that up. Let me explain something. I actually looked that up. What are you laughing at, Andrew?
No, just his response to someone Raphinha right back.
I thought you sitting on something funny, and I was like, anyway.
What we're not sitting on, though, is 300 likes. So, guys, please ramp the likes up.
What I actually looked it up is what Moya told me a couple of days ago, and the strategy, and I think it makes a lot of sense. And I've literally drawn it on my on a piece of paper. If people remember how many times we had, because of Jorginho, we had so much time and space on that spot between Christensen and James. When we on attack, when we on the opposite side, since Jorginho couldn't push it all the way up, we had the big gap between it. You know, sometimes the wing backs are cut it in. Sometimes Reece was cut it in.
Yeah.
You know, if you remember Chalobah when he scored his first goal for Chelsea,
exactly.
that empty spot of the field, it's always happening at Chelsea.
Exactly, yeah.
I think Moya was on something to that, because if we're looking at the left side the way we're looking at the right side and put James in those center back situation, God forbid, James can shoot the hell out of the ball.
Exactly.
Oh, no doubt. I just don't think that you're getting. You were talking about yesterday about Ronaldo and like all. You know, you put Reece James in that wide wingback position. You know, the ball's in and whatnot. Like that's an asset for this club. This is
No.
something that
If Ronaldo, it's not going to
regardless
work.
of who it is, it doesn't matter who comes in.
No.
The fact that we can realize that Reece James is an asset at wingback, like a real proper asset.
No,
out there. Like,
absolutely. So
diamond,
Right?
right?
I think
let's
I
say-
agree with you on asset, but Reece James is asset to a proper thing. How many times we look those crosses and we're like, how the fuck nobody's there?
right.
So this
Yeah,
asset this assets becomes non-asset
Because it's
when
not
there's no
used.
proper
It's
players
not
there.
utilized properly.
Yeah,
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I agree with
All right,
you.
gentlemen,
If we
I'm
can-
out.
All right, Jeff.
Just- So
Hey,
I
Big
agree
up,
with you.
Jester. Big up.
If we're not using Reece James to if we're not buying the proper person to fix that situation, tap in merchants what Lukaku's supposed to be. If we're not utilizing, if we're not signing Ronaldo, if we're not signing nobody for that particular spot, then Reece James, his things that he does it are not worth it.
So he needs to be put. Yeah, exactly.
So
Exactly.
I see what you're saying. I see what you said. It's. I don't want Reece James
I
in
mean,
the
it's
center
not
back.
just the crossing, though, right?
No, but
it's not just the crossing.
Yeah, I agree with you. But I'm saying I don't want Reece James as a center back. Don't get me wrong. But like people saying in a long time, we want to blow the budget just on 2 center backs.
Right. You're absolutely right. So that's why I also said having Raphinha at right wing back, because that allows you to transition while you're playing. So you can use Reece James in that right center back role.
Exactly.
That you can shift it so that you play a back four, literally. So mid game you can shift
Okay.
it.
I'm
So
just going to say this.
If we're
Sorry,
playing
Dag.
against like a Man City, you stay to that back five and have Raphinha drop. If we're playing
I'm just
against,
going to say this real quick, Dag. I don't know. Like, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I don't know if we're going to be switching to a back four outright. I don't think that our base setup right now is 3 at the back, 2 wing backs.
You're
right?
absolutely right.
I actually don't think so.
What I'm talking about is shifting in game. So it has nothing to do. Yeah, it has nothing to do.
He's actually right.
Yeah, I'm not
Shifting in
talking about-
game. So how do you mean shifting in game? So we change the tactics in the match?
No, we slide.
Literally in
we
game.
slide.
When we're playing against, just hold on. Let me finish real quick.
Sure.
When we're playing against Man City, right? You
Mhm.
stick to the back five. When they're in possession, you stick to the back five. Therefore, Raphinha is still dropping in, so we still have the defensive solidity. In when we want to attack or when we see opportunities to exploit, right? You can shift it so that Reece James goes a little wider, and then the 2 center backs, the left and the center back, spread out a little bit so they can beat into a back four.
I mean, we do that anyways, right?
We do that anyways, but now we can fully push it, and we don't have to waste.
We're not as offensive as was Piliqueta in that position.
have a
We're
better
not as
defense
offensive.
now.
That's what we were trying to say.
At this point, we're starting to waste that right center back role because they should be able to do more. They should.
Okay,
be
but
able
all I
to-
was saying was I don't think that our base
did have
setup
someone
is going
that
to
could
shift to
do
4 at the back.
Yeah, Christensen did
I,
that, but
I agree with you. I completely agree with you. Our base formation will not. But in game, we will look to transition more into 4 in the back.
Yeah, you probably. I mean, you say 4, I say 3 still.
It's
regardless.
as well every time.
it depends. It depends. We're not.
Yeah. I don't know what happened there. Let me go through a few of the super chats.
Somebody's going after the country, to Russia. Anyway, in chat. No, don't worry about it.
Oh,
what I can look is Reece James is good as a right back. Good as a right back. Yes.
Yeah.
Reece James is good as a right center back.
Yeah.
And you can use him in specific games. Nobody's saying that Reece James is going to be
Absolutely.
right center back all the time. But teams against like the fast, like Salah, that could go over.
Real Madrid.
You see what I'm saying?
No, I get you, but what I'm saying is you can't have Reece James. Like if you're not gonna replace a center back, and the logic there is to put Reece James there, you're losing something going forward.
What's his name? Reece James and the Chalaba. I'm not just saying Reece James.
2 of them. Okay.
The 2 of them, they can play. Right. You see what I'm saying? So we don't have to blow the budget at one time.
Yeah.
And
Another
Harvey
reason-
Vale can be as a backup to Delinkwood or Thiago Silva, because Delinkwood can actually play as a center back, like in the middle.
Another
And
reason.
Harvey Vale can be a left one, and Chalaba or Reece James can be on the right side. And apparently Aspilicueta is staying. So
Another reason I brought up the Reece James playing right center back is because if you remember last season, people were discussing his durability in such a demanding position as right wing back. I mean, he's had injury issues throughout the last few seasons. And if you play him at right center back, it's going to limit the workload.
limit him from.
He's a big
yeah.
guy. Like, he's a big guy. I don't want to
He
really.
is
I don't
definitely
really
not.
want a guy like that running up and
Yeah.
down the wing for 38 game season.
The
You know?
last,
I think that's the only
Mayo,
reason.
you remember the last person who actually been physical, big and physical as a right back or a left back? There's two of them.
Ivanovic.
Roberto Carlos.
Mhm.
He was the physical big guy. He was athlete. But those kind of players did not sustain long career.
Exactly.
They do not. It's really demanding place. You has to be how you say it. Keep him fit. Play less games. Let's say it that way. Play less games or less pressure on that thing.
Yeah.
So Ivanovic is the different story. Ivanovic was the physical, but he also short career. The players on the wings play less, right back or left back play less than anybody else, because this is most physical demanding positions to play. And another player that people forget, what's his name? Alessandro from Inter, or Andriano, my bad. Andriano, remember him?
Yeah.
He was, no, is Andriano, what's that right? He played for Inter when.
I know you're talking about the Brazilian.
Is he the one that got burned by Bale?
He's Brazilian.
Yeah,
right
the
back.
one that got burned by Bale.
Yeah. I forgot his name too.
Yeah, he's big. He was real. Maicon.
Maicon.
Yeah.
He's the big. They all have short career. It's really, really short career for those kind of big physical wingers. We need to save Reece. That's all.
Yeah, he's
that
too
makes
valuable to put in a
He's
position.
too
like that.
valuable.
We
Exactly.
need to get someone who can do that.
I think that's Tuchel's main reason
Thank you
for
guys in
playing
the chat
at right
for
center back
making me
is
remember
for the health and wellness of him. I don't think he sees him as like a long-term option, like main center back. I think he sees it like this: playing him at right center back gives him a few games to not be so active playing right wing back. You know, it gives him a chance to maybe save his body a bit more, as opposed, and still have him on the field, because we know he can arrive from that right center back spot, shoot, pass, and you don't have to worry about him overworking himself as a right wing back per se.
And even at right center back in a 5, we saw it many times last season, like Alex said, where they have that space to push up. That's why when Christensen played there, I like Christensen and I thought he was good there. But personally, I felt Chalaba was a better fit at right
Offensively.
center back. Exactly, because he had that more attacking, forward-thinking
Yes.
instinct. So I think it would be perfect for someone like Reece.
AC is the proper four in the back. Actually, he's a proper four in the back. He's not a good at 3, because he's intelligent enough as a defender, but he's not intelligent enough as a going forward defender. So for him, his back 4 is more suited. He's better at back 4 because he has a pace. He has the IQ of a defender to defend one-on-one. He's, as much people saying he's not physical, they just don't know. I think he's fit, but in the offensive zone, he can pass it. But I think he has that self-confidence that he'd rather pass it short than nothing. For example, there's a couple of times. How many times we've been saying, Rudiger, just calm the fuck down with those long-ass balls, man. Just stop doing like crossing them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Rudiger is kind of the opposite. He has too much confidence. His technique is good, but AC actually has a good technique, but he plays it too safe sometimes. Sometimes I get frustrated. I'm like, bro, try that long pass. You can at least, go for
No,
it.
here's the thing. I don't think Rudiger has a good technique in passing. I don't think he does.
Enough.
But he's
His long
physical.
ball distribution pretty good.
Yeah, he was. It was because you know why? Because nobody else is doing it. He's actually was doing
Thiago
it.
Silva.
Hey, why have
Thiago
I
Silva.
walked into
Thiago
AC
Silva is
slander
better.
in the comment section?
But
What is
Thiago
this?
Silva was better
What did
ball
AC do?
distributor than what's his name? Than Rudiger.
They don't like to hear us talk good about AC, so they're hating in the chat.
Yeah, all you lot in the comment section, dickheads. Also, AC won the fucking Europa League in a back four. Hold that, dickheads.
Lewis, did you see Price's tweet? Apparently, James changed his number.
Reece James changed his number?
14.
14?
So Chalobah's 14. What's he doing?
Apparently,
I guess
he's going at 6.
Chalobah's
to the number 2. What happened to the number 2?
I don't know about that, bro.
Chalobah's 6? You know what? He wants to.
No. That's a joke. I don't fucking.
I don't know why he didn't keep his number. Just make it iconic.
Have they retired the number 4 shirt yet, or what?
They must.
I
was joking. I don't know.
Fair enough. All right, that's mad. Let me see if I can find the tweet. My thing's lagging. Reece James.
Oh, Chalobah was number 14, right?
Yeah. So I don't know what Chalobah's gonna do if he's changed it to 14.
Oh,
Chalobah's number 4.
He's bye number. That's what number.
Reece James 14.
24.
I like the number 24 as well. I was going to get
24.
No. Hold on a second. I messed up Chalobah with CHO. Never mind.
Who the fuck wanted the 24 so bad?
He just gave it up, I guess.
Ronaldo 24. Don't fucking kill
Hold on
me,
a second. If Chalobah was 24.
No, Chalobah's 14.
Chalobah was 14. I don't think.
Yeah, Reece James taking his number doesn't make sense to me. 14 is a weird number for Reece James.
Ligt once. I think Ligt is going to be 26.
This has actually ruined my day.
That's actually
changed his number for no reason. What the fuck?
Number 24 was so iconic.
Why are you so bent over the number?
No, I'm taking a piss. That was sarcasm. that might not have come across the way I wanted. But yeah.
Gallagher 24.
That was all for Gallagher.
Yeah.
Seriously.
The proper
Whatever, man. Whatever. Pedro Neves says, do you guys think there's any coincidence West Ham are bidding for Lille's CDM?
Nunez
nope.
24.
Nope. No reason. No coincidence whatsoever. At the most, 5 subs, Europa League football, need to improve their depth, get another DM in. That's just it. But it's got nothing to do with that Basmati merchant. And West Ham have already clearly said that he's not for sale.
Lewis, did you talk about CHO on loan?
To Newcastle, there was links, but if there's anything else, did you hear anything else on CHO?
Nah, I think it'll be a good loan for him, to be honest. He's playing on the Eddie Howe.
With options to buy?
Yeah, and he'll probably get option to buy. I think it'll be a good loan for him. I agree with you. I felt he could have developed him a bit better.
In the PL as well. I think it's great.
He keeps him in the PL. Good
Doesn't play
experience.
against us, which means you could have CHO fucking up like Liverpool and
if
MUFC,
Kaz. My
Kaz,
friend,
your treat.
My friend, you guys can have Basmati next season. Next season.
No,
if you don't sign De Jong, you sign Basmati Rice to this window.
All for you, my guy. All for you. From a friend to a friend. Have it, bro. Femboy Nurse Felix, mad name, says, Lewis, who would you want, Neymar or CR7? CR7, 100%. That would be the one for me. But yeah,
by the way, Lewis,
gone either way on that. Go on.
He will sustain less injuries than Brazilian merchant.
Hey, that link I sent you about Ronaldo.
Yes, as well. On the Ronaldo stuff as well. Anyone just looking for a quick update? Thank you for sending me that too. Bruno Fernandes said on June the 30th on the Ronaldo situation that he's spoken to him weeks ago. So he expects to meet Ronaldo on day 4 of the preseason trainings, and there's nothing else. So I'm guessing that means tomorrow from what you said. Yeah, so if he doesn't show up to training tomorrow, then it looks a little bit sticky. But if he shows up to training tomorrow, then everything's just going as according. And it's not like he's just trying to force his way out or anything like that. I did see some links on Dybala, seen as you're talking about that. Apparently, he's been looked at as a potential replacement if Raphinha doesn't join. He's going to be the next target for us.
Apparently, Koundé was a replacement for Raphinha as well.
No, Cornet's if we don't get him or
Who's the one?
Dembele or Sterling as well. I think Maxwell Cornet from Burnley.
What about
Goes
Sam
with
Maximum? Sam Maximum.
He ain't going nowhere. Newcastle.
I
ain't
don't
going.
want no Sam Maximum. What is it? Transformers movie?
Sam Maximan ain't going anywhere though. It's not even worth the discussion. Newcastle ain't getting rid.
It's the same shit as like same as Zaha, man.
Yeah,
I don't
there's
understand.
no-
Like a Cornet. That's squad rotation. That's not a guy that you look to come into
Yeah,
the
he's
sky.
17.5 mil.
That's
Who
squad rotation.
Who has
That's
a
not really a guy
who
that
has a
every year
tuberculosis?
plays.
And
Oh yeah,
that's
Deals,
not
if
replaceable,
you're
man.
coughing, just mute yourself, please.
yeah, it sounds like you have a TB, man. Go get some X-ray.
Wow, I hope it isn't anything that bad.
And
But
doesn't
yeah,
Ronaldo
Cornet
have
will
a-
probably be depth.
Like Ronaldo's kid's sick, right? Like he's got a kid that's not well, right? Like
Oh,
from
what do you
birth.
know? Yeah, I know that they lost one
know
kid.
what it is.
That could be the
Oh,
reason.
maybe
that-
that's what it was. Maybe that's what it was. My bad.
Remember
Yeah.
what? No.
Yeah.
They
No, there
lost
might be
the
something
kid.
else.
They lost the kid. But sometimes the one that survives can have issues. That could be the reason why he was staying. So
Yeah.
all the people that Martin unit, oh, it's bad if it is. Because there are twins too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep, that's right. One
They
was
were
last,
twins.
so that would make sense.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
on the Ronaldo stuff, again, we don't know if he's forcing his way out. We don't know if there's actual family situations. And again, we're just reporting the news as we hear it. We're not saying that he's trying to
And
force
to
his
keep
way
it
out.
keep it a buck, like 100 on this, like anyone that's citing family issues to skip training, you know, knowing the situation that he's been in with his family and stuff like that, that's not a good look. I wouldn't be putting anything on my family, knowing what I've been through. That's how I'm seeing it, you know. But I mean, anything could happen, I guess.
Yeah, it's a good point. The whole point was that over the past 3 days, we've been like, oh, see, he skipped training again. He's probably pushing for a move. And I thought the same as well. But the whole time, Fabrizio has already put out a tweet cited by, what's his name, Bruno, that Ronaldo was not due to show up anyway until day 4, which is tomorrow.
Well,
But
there you go.
But that was actually more on reporters to report that, you know, like
no,
we
exactly.
as the
Reporters
we
ignore
are the fans, we follow the report. So by assumption of reports, then he doesn't show up, not because of one specific situation. They're saying that like, but the way they put it in writing, it looks like they don't believe that's a family issue.
No, that's
You know what
my
I'm
point.
saying?
Even those reporters, they know it. They've seen. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Fabrizio,
Scumbags.
everyone
If
has
they know
seen the
that it's a
tweet,
family.
but they ignore it and they put the clickbait out there. and
Exactly.
people think that.
Scumbags, man.
Yeah.
Scumbags.
It's so easy.
Clickbaiters.
Yeah, and like I never understood why. Okay, so and maybe you guys can clear it up for me. I never understood why, because he like I just don't like Ronaldo just say I'm not showing up to training. Simple as plain. Like if he wanted to push a move, I don't understand why he'd have to say, "Well, I'm not showing up to training because my family." You know what I mean? Like, he just say, "I'm not showing up because I want to move." It's already been put out there that he wants to be moved.
It's
Yeah, to be
exactly.
honest, it
He's
would be a low
big.
thing to say, so it's
He's
probably
big
legit.
enough profile in the world that his word should be taken seriously without even jeopardizing or
There's
put
no need
anything
for him
in
to
it.
make that kind of excuse, right?
That's what I'm saying.
People were talking about Gvardiol in the chat, and I thought about it again recently. I feel like he would be a perfect fit now. I think the price has still always been the issue, but I'm surprised that everything has died down on that end.
Bundesliga tax, man.
He's a
I'm
defender.
stealing Moose's line there, man. Bundesliga tax.
Isn't it the same issue every summer transfer? Somebody has a really good one season. All the reporters go, but in the truth, nobody was actually after the guy.
Yeah.
Same thing after the World Cup. Watch when the World Cup is finished. The new name is gonna be in the World Cup that shines, and everybody is gonna be linked with that player. You know what I'm saying? Like the new
100%.
that, you do that. It's like what's his name? James from Colombia.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Everybody went and got him.
Then,
then Russian kid. What's his name?
Golovin.
Everybody was after him, but we're still fucking taking, man. Still there.
He's an
Monaco.
amateur, bro. He's actually dirty. He's good.
I don't know. I didn't stay too close to him. I can smell away from the States how dirty he is. But since you know how dirty he is, I'll take your word for it.
I heard his biggest problem is actually games, online games.
I agree with Alex. I think we're getting Raphinha. I think
we're getting Raphinha, yeah.
I think we're getting Raphinha. They have to pay by tomorrow and they won't do it.
I can't lie, Raphinha's going to have to do a lot to make me like warm to him, because right now I just see him as some next
Raphinha's going to have to do nothing.
Bro,
Big shit to you.
Bro,
he's moving like a mercenary.
Exactly.
He has a purpose. I don't know why people.
Good shout, Lewis.
You see it as well. He looks like he's just gonna dip in 2 years and go Barcelona.
Look.
Didn't you hear, Lewis? Barca's not going to be around in 2 years.
Well, then he'll go to Madrid.
Can I say?
Madrid.
Let me say something.
Go ahead. Same way he's been doing to Barcelona.
Lewis, if Raphinha bags the winner against Arsenal, you will be bigging him up for ages. Don't even try.
Yeah.
I know you don't even try it, right?
You still got to do that though. That still have to.
I know
you still have to show and prove.
Yeah, don't even try it. Yeah,
He says it all.
Fair enough.
Don't even try.
Why did you have to do that? I was making a good point.
I just said, just point out. Oh, he's gonna have to do a lot for me. Shut up, you Chelsea fans. If he scores a winner against any of those big clubs,
just to say the Arsenal game is in November, by the way.
That's exactly what he needs to do and endear himself to me at this point. At this point in time,
you know that
as soon as he puts on the jersey, it's one thing, right? Go ahead. Sorry.
You know that if he puts the Chelsea jersey on and he stinks, it's not gonna be because he wanted Barcelona. It's because he stinks. Same thing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be stinky. He's not gonna come to Chelsea because to make it stink, right?
Yeah. Are we claiming Werner stinks because he wants to go to Liverpool? No, he just stinks. Do you know what I mean?
Werner stinks anyway.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not about him stinking though. He's got an uphill battle for me right now.
I think he has the same battle as any player at the Chelsea, especially for midfield.
There's something to be said about being a mercenary, man. There's something to be said about being a mercenary.
It's not that deep.
When you're a mercenary, it's just about you doing your job.
I just don't think that is actually. I think it's a one reporter. It's literally the guy Ramirez that made that stink. That he was the one that bending over to just like hates Chelsea and everything. It's only literally you believe one guy.
Bro. Okay, well, why? What is he holding out for?
Why? Personal terms with Chelsea.
Yeah. Well, like we've already said the line.
No, seriously.
What is he holding out for then? We put the number out. He's making more.
By making it. What's his name?
Where's my big bro, man? Come on, son.
It's not personal terms. It's a fee with Barcelona. It's not.
Yes,
exactly.
No, I know that, but I don't think it's that big of a deal as people look making it. He has to do that for me.
We all know he has to do nothing first.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. You guys have too much pride. Like, if he ends up going to Barcelona, that's where he wanted. And if they don't put the money on the table, he's going to come here.
You know who has to? You know who literally has to do a lot of things for Chelsea fans? It's the fraud that actually made documentary. But I didn't see people. Yeah, no. But after he made the documentary, people were saying, "Oh, it's not that deep."
No. Yeah, imagine
who said that.
No, you know
the one that just removed himself from the chat. That's the guy.
Fucking bullshit.
He changed the crystal. Finally, man.
With Lukaku, like, to be fair, first few months I weren't really that keen on him. It was just after we had a month or two of Havertz stinking up the attack where I was just like, fuck it, just put Rom on. I don't care. He'll either be the same or he'll be better. And he was better for a few games. And then we had more sources came out, and then I ran out of patience with his ass too.
I remember Monster had a lot of energy for it. You guys remember?
Yeah, Monster had hella energy for it, and fair enough.
Who cares, bro? Who cares?
Every time
he's looking for the best deal for him.
Monster stocks go up.
No, and I get that. But I've also said as well, like, I understand he wants his Barcelona to be his dream, but the way that we're being looked at as like 3 steps beneath Barcelona.
Lewis, that's not how it works though. That's not how it works though. He's looking at the different offers that he has. He's looking at different offers that he has, and he's gonna like He's
And
gonna
I
see
get it, but all I'm saying is, if you're gonna move around like
It's a
this,
business,
like
though,
your shit don't stink,
Lewis.
you
It's a
better
job,
not
bro.
stink on the pitch.
It's a job. I literally moved 2 companies in 3 months, man.
Simple as.
It's all right. Man.
I swear, man. I
If he
swear, man.
if
The
he
guy,
pulls out, I would never have a complaint. But if he
the guy
if he
did
doesn't,
not do
he's a mercenary.
But
and
he
I
needs
ain't
to
gonna
weigh
have
his
time for
options,
him.
though, Lewis. He needs options.
He has weighed his options. He's been
you guys
weighing his
hear,
options.
Did you guys hear Matisse's stream with the dude from Barcelona? The guy that does streams from Barcelona?
Big up
It was
Matisse,
interesting, man. Yeah, for sure. It was
What did he
interesting because the guy was like, yo, I don't think that we're actually in for Raphinha, but because Deco works for Barcelona, he's thinking that he's using Barcelona to up our wage demands. So it went from 115 to 150. And I think he thinks that they're playing off of each other just for the sake of getting the wage demands higher. Could be true. I don't know, but I mean, even still, I'm not really with that.
That's a lot of work, though.
I don't know, because Fabrizio did mention that we did offer like half of what we offered, which is still an offer. It's not like the ideal offer, but
we offered him the same that Barcelona just offered Dembele. The 115.
The way Deco is not only.
No, I'm talking about the
Hold on.
transfer fee itself. Man.
Deco is his work for Barcelona, but he also Raphinha's manager.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So
what
he's
I'm-
like,
So
he's
what I'm
more of an
saying is-
intermediary, right?
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, for example, if he knows that Barca, for example, can pay for Raphinha. He knows that Raphinha is going to Barcelona to Chelsea. Why wouldn't he use his old club to leverage his client to make more money a week?
Oh,
That's what Couch is saying.
That's what I just said.
That's okay, man. Let him. He can
No,
do it.
but-
Hey, it's
but
a job.
No,
It's a job, man. He can do that.
No. But you said, the reason why I'm repeating because you're the one that said actually, oh, he's gonna have to do a lot for me to turn my thing.
No, it's Lewis who said it, not.
No,
not
Couch said it
No,
too.
I agree. I'm with Lewis on that, man. Yo.
Come on,
Let's
man.
try to, like,
It's
let's try
a
to play some
job.
games.
It's a job. He's gonna wait the best deal.
Don't play
the best
games in my
offer.
club, man. Don't play
Come on, man. You guys are far too emotional, man.
Play
It's a
good.
job.
Do you know how many times?
If
do you
he's
know
too
how-
big for Chelsea Football Club, play like you're big enough. Simple
Look,
as.
Yeah, tell
Play
that
like
to
it.
tell that to Lukaku last season.
Hey,
Right.
Lukaku. I said Lukaku at the end of the season was playing better than Havertz was, and he was.
Lukaku saved
No,
his
he
career,
wasn't.
man.
He
By the
was.
way,
We're
Couch,
not doing
remember
this.
how
Havertz
many
was
times?
shit at
Do
the
you
end.
do you
I don't wanna
forgot
hear it.
when Chelsea used to do buy players just because for the other teams to not get them under
William.
Abramovich and early?
Well, look, who? Like Kesman? Like, what?
No.
William,
When,
bro.
when
William
Abramovich
Miguel.
first
William.
came, when Abramovich first came, we bought all the players and when, like for example, even what's his name?
Who's this guy, man? Did he come from the
we
strangest in
were
Underworld,
linked-
man? He was
we
looking
were
up at us,
linked
man.
with the other players just to make sure that we overpay for them. It
Yeah.
happens, man, in a club.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not denying that. I just don't like when it happens with my club. That's all.
Ah, that's okay, guys. Come on, bro.
okay.
Come on, bro. Have some Ben and Jerry's. You'll be over.
Okay.
No. At least you have your proper reason. That
You
fraud
guys,
is,
you guys are all
that owns
about
the
it right now.
stream.
But I'm telling you,
No,
He
no, but
doesn't
to be
have
fair,
a reason. He
to be
just
fair to
this
Lewis,
guy's
to
a
be fair
bad-
to Lewis,
Put the camera on, motherfucker.
to be fair to Lewis, he got his heart broken.
At
man,
least,
so
at
that-
least
yeah, that's
Couch
why, man.
made the
I've
proper
lost a lot this year, man.
argument
Yeah, he-
about it.
he got his heart
Lewis,
broken, man.
he just Lewis.
Yeah, but Lewis have just been through a
Lukaku,
breakup,
bro.
man. That's why,
All
man.
I'm saying is simple. You want to act like you're bigger than Chelsea? Come here and play like you're bigger than Chelsea.
Yeah,
and
and then
for the
watch, then
benefit of the
watch.
club.
Away at the Emirates, if he scores the winner, Lewis will have one of his bros go, Raphinha.
Bro, I'm doing a knee slide, bro. I don't care.
Can I
man.
say as well, that Emirates game will be in April, so there'll be plenty of time
Okay,
for him to
I'm
prove
fine. The one
himself.
at Stamford Bridge. I never doubted
November,
you, Raphinha.
again,
You're great.
plenty of time. Plenty of time.
I never doubted you, Raphinha. I never doubted
Lewis is gonna get the same haircut. The same haircut. man. He's gonna get super Lewis.
Wait. I never said I doubted Raphinha. I just
No,
said I
no.
don't like the way this has gone. That's why I'm saying
But Lewis,
I want to see the performance.
when you get two different offers, right? Like a job offers. Do you weight them? Do you like look at the pros and the cons of each of them, or do you just make the decision?
I pick whatever's better for me financially, which
Well,
was
there you
Chelsea.
go, man. So
Which was Chelsea from the start.
it's subjective, man.
It was always Chelsea, bro.
Kai, if you get two different offers, One of the companies offer you the job isn't like doesn't know when they're going to make their next paycheck. Do you know what I mean? That's in Barcelona.
And we're still
Real
waiting.
talk. Real talk.
But it's in a
Real
nice
shit.
city though. It's in a nice city though, Andrew.
It's like you're trying to. It's like
You can be
It's like
homeless in a
you're
nice
going
city near the beach.
it's like let's say you're. It's
Live under
like
the bridge.
let's say you're a girl and you got two different options. One's a guy that looks really nice but is broke. There's another
Why
one
couldn't you
that
just
looks
say a girl?
really
What
nice,
could
has
you-
more money.
Why could you just give an example of two girls instead of like being a girl and choosing two guys?
I don't know, because if I said I was a guy and there was one girl who was broke and one girl was a lot of money, just like half the comments saying "get your money up." So I had to switch the dynamic.
Hey, but we
I had to
stand for
switch the
equality, bro.
dynamic
We
a bit.
stand for equality, man.
So do I, but we know this world ain't equal, so it is what
Exactly,
it is.
man.
It is what it is.
Hey,
Jeff,
if
this
he
is
goes there,
sent me a
at least
tweet.
he could.
Oh yeah,
take a
we've gone
second
through
job
that,
as a tour
Justice,
guide.
but thank you anyway.
You know, you can take a second job as a new camp tour guide if he wants to join
Yeah.
Barcelona that badly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, get married there.
Wedding planner.
Get married.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wedding
ordained on the
planner.
internet. You get ordained
Hey,
on the internet. And be able
If
to
you
follow
guys,
you.
if you guys ate the churros in the Camp Nou, you would change your mentality. You would change your mind about Barcelona.
When I went to the Camp
Those
Nou,
churros, man.
I gotta
goddamn,
start
bro.
charging more for them. You better go
That's
get
the
some Kai
only
before
good
they
experience
up
they
the
had in that
price.
stadium, man. Oh my
when I
days.
went to New Camp, bro, we just got beat up by the Spanish police before. And
Hey,
after.
man, that's also an experience, man.
Yeah, nothing beats getting chased by Barca ultras pre-match and chased by
Bro,
the police post-match.
My experience was
Nothing
amazing,
else.
man. I had some churros. Was walking around with my girl. Went to the beach after. Life was good, man. Nobody beat me up, man.
Nah,
No, go
well,
around there
you're
wearing the
way
Madrid
better
shirt,
than me.
right,
I had
see
to watch
what
Courtois spread his legs like one J-bag for 90 minutes. So we took a lot of L's that night. But the good thing is they had coffee shops. So that's a
Yeah,
good way
Spain have good coffee shop and the bakeries, man. In Spain, oh my days, bro.
Oh, I think we're talking about different types of coffee shops. But fair
Oh, the Amsterdam coffee shops. All right.
yeah, them ones. They got
Lewis, I send you
Below-
DM.
Tuchel saying that. Okay. Right. So you want to? I'll put it up on the screen. It's just a Tuchel quote on Mount.
But they say that's my son. That's my son.
Mason, he's Tuchel. He's his son. Edward Menjot, who's most likely to sit next to Tuchel on the bus. Fucking hell, he's everybody's son, isn't he? It's all mad.
It's like adopted, man. Like one out of 10 Madonna's kids, man.
Somewhere on the screen, somebody just had erection.
Yeah, big up Johnny, wherever you are, my guy.
I didn't say Johnny. Why do you have to put the Johnny's name in?
No, I knew who you were
I didn't
talking
know.
about. I knew you.
That's not what I was talking. I was talking about the girls that, like, like 18, 19 years old girls probably cheering for Mason Mount. But you're the one that.
Of course, yeah.
Waffle.
I cannot say it. I cannot say it with a straight face, but.
I'm gonna make waffles after the stream, man. Made me hungry.
Forza Juventus.
Johnny.
No, Santiago Nunes reported Chelsea are still leading the race for the Ligt and have made it known to Juve that they will offer more than Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich couldn't offer what we were offering anyway. So
Bayern Munich are still cheap steak skating for fucking Lewandowski, man. Where are they gonna get the money from?
If he was.
We need to start fucking moving on this Lewandowski thing. He needs to stop being a little bitch.
Right.
Come to the Premier League and fucking prove your legacy.
I don't think he's gonna do good in Premier League.
He doesn't want to hurt his
Yeah, he would. I watched
He doesn't
him.
want to hurt his
I watched him tear us
I
apart.
watched him all his career in Bundesliga.
No. I watched him tear us apart. I watched him tear Arsenal apart. I've seen him tear Spurs apart, man. No, he'll do fine in the Premier League.
I remember 2020, Bayern scored 7 goals against us in both legs.
See how
and
good he
involved
was.
in all
Jesus
of them.
Christ. That guy
Every
is
one of them.
elite, man.
He said it. He doesn't want to hurt his stats. That's where he goes.
Yeah,
that's
by
where
the
he
way,
goes to
it
Spain.
wasn't only him. There's the midfield issue. There's a proper.
Would you take Gnabry?
Gnabry
Would you
was
take
in the
Gnabry?
best of
There was
his.
a manager issue.
Would you boys take
No,
Gnabry?
Gnabry was on the best of his career time. It was.
I wouldn't mind
Look.
a Bundesliga tax.
Apparently, Man City are going for him.
Who's this? Who spoke now?
Me.
I know.
There's a voice in your head, Kai.
That
Yeah,
feels.
but who is that, man? I was like, who's
Sounds
that?
like
He's
Popo
telling
The
you.
guy from the
He's telling
underground,
you
from
stuff
the
to say.
underworld, bro. The strangest the underworld. He was looking
I
down
tell
at
you,
the
man,
Apparently-
he comes
apparently-
up
Someone's
because
feeding
of
you
TV.
information.
Apparently, Man City are going in for him. Apparently, that's
Is
what I
that
heard.
two?
Dude, they're going for fucking.
Gnabry.
Man
Is that
City.
Fukuduku?
The fu-
Yeah,
no, it's
apparently-
Deals. His name's Deals.
He changed his
Got
name now.
new guys on the stream.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about Man
Who's
City.
getting sacked? Was Josh sacked, Lewis? Are you changing people?
No. You've got plenty of panelists who pop up every now and then. Yeah, Deal's just been one of the newer ones. If anything, we'll say like Fatter and Chris ain't been around. They're mourning.
Wait, James got number 14? Ah, my days, bro. Come on, man.
Would you not take Sane? Would you not take?
You've just seen everything now, haven't you?
Bro, I'm
take Sane?
trying to stay away from Twitter, man. What do you say?
Would you not?
Sane,
would
yes.
you not take
Yeah,
Sane?
I love Sane, man. I would love Sane.
New number. Sane, yes. Every day of the week, bring me Sane.
Oh,
I haven't
Chalobah's
seen a
getting
player
number 4 then,
frighten
right?
me as
Chalobah
much as
getting number
him.
4. Chalobah getting number 4 then.
Ah, what a disgrace, man. Disgrace for
Chalobah's gonna get
Fabregas, man.
number 4.
Imagine the disgrace for Fabregas, man.
On to Chalobah.
Christensen and then
Yeah,
Chalobah.
okay,
Where's
okay,
his shirt,
Chalobah.
man?
Because Chalobah was 14, right? So he'll get number 4 or 2. Right?
At least it wasn't
Yeah,
Saar.
'cause, like,
if Saar got
if
the
you-
number 4, I'd have to commit. Genuinely.
Who had 14
that's
before Chalobah? Who had 14 before Chalobah?
I think Shirley had it.
Surely had it.
No, but like after
De
that.
Bruyne
I mean,
had it, I think.
Tamori.
Tamori, yeah.
Tamori had 14,
No, he had
but he barely
29.
played.
29.
No. He had 29, then 14. He had 14 in Lampard's second season. It's just he barely played, so no one saw him in it.
Right.
But he had the number 14.
Are they
Isn't
changing all the
Reece
numbers?
James, isn't
I
Reece James,
respect Chalobah, but you have to grow into a shirt as iconic as the number 4.
Hold on a second.
Worn by the likes of Fabregas.
hold on a
worn by the
second.
likes of Christensen.
Wasn't
Did you just say
wasn't-
Christensen and Fabregas in the same sentence?
Wasn't
You didn't even
Reece
use a
James
comma, man.
Favre-
You didn't even use a comma, man.
Yes, I
Wasn't
did.
Reece James' father or grandfather played for under such number?
I don't know. No, I don't know.
That's the only reason why I will make it why he wanted to play as number 14. Wasn't his father used to play professional?
What does he play? What number does he wear for England? 24 too, right?
2, but it moves around.
James. Yeah, James was like number 2 for England.
Good thing he didn't take it for Chelsea, man. It's a boring ass number.
Hey, David Luiz, another legend that wore the number 4. Don't forget Makaleli as well. If we can't like Chalobah has to grow into that sort of number. It has to be earned.
No, after
No,
Christensen,
it's fine. It's in
Christensen,
the
everybody
gut.
can
It's
wear
in
it.
the
Even
gut.
you can wear it.
What,
Lewis.
what do you mean, man? That's a Champions League winner that's worn it. You gotta win
Cho-
another Champions League, man.
Yeah, nah. It's
Everybody
stained.
held that trophy, man. Even Cho held
Stained,
it.
yeah,
man.
yeah.
And he spent most of the time on the bench.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and
Not
he was
everyone
one of the
came in
stars.
the last, and after 30 minutes to drop, a banger, a classic. No one did that.
Yeah.
Tell him again. Tell him again.
People don't actually realize how
That was as
difficult
important as Havertz's
that
goal.
is.
He didn't even come on.
That is the
What?
most.
This would have been a goal if it weren't for Maldini, no?
Nah, man. Mendy's
Respect
got that
AC,
covered, man.
respect
Oh, my
Rudiger's
days,
block,
man.
respect Chilwell's block, respect
Literally
Reece
the
James.
only goal we
man.
scored that game, man.
Mendy.
Yeah,
Mendy's
Timo Werner
blocking that.
attacks. He should have had 3.
If Mendy's not keeping it up, then Aspie's keeping that up.
God, coach.
Look at
You're
that.
really pushing it.
No, because
Look,
it's not
keeping that
going on
up,
to
man.
Aspie's side. It's not going on to Aspie's side.
He's getting ready to dive, man.
You don't know where that.
Why is
you don't
Aspie
know.
wearing his gloves
That's
like a
going on
homeless
to
man, man?
Mendy's near post.
Mendy's got that, man.
Oh, man.
You
That
don't know.
picture only proves one thing. Aspie, by scratching his nose, broke his finger.
What?
What?
That's the only thing he keeping out of.
Good thing you're not a detective, Lex Alex. Good thing you're not a detective, man. Jesus Christ.
Detective.
Oh my gosh. I say
The
give
only
Reece
thing he
James the
keeps-
number 9 and throw him up top.
The only
No,
thing
then he will
keep-
suck. No, thank
the
you, bro.
only
That number
thing
should
he
be burned, man.
keeps out, it's a booger out of his nose with that finger scratching. Man.
Now, if he sneezed on the ball, he could start a counter attack. It's not mad.
How? Shut.
But
shut
then
up, man.
it probably will sneeze far enough for Jorginho and it will slow down the
Wait a minute,
counter.
Aspilicueta's not even got a big nose. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he has like a tiny nose, man.
Is that
I don't
tiny?
even
Look,
know. I'm just jumping in on it.
If we're talking about big noses, wait till Matt gets on the stream. That's what I'm saying.
That fucking cunt pissed me off on this.
Hey, Lewis,
Oh,
Lewis.
did he? I didn't notice. I
Yeah,
didn't
he
Lewis,
knows.
notice.
Fucking
if you put Matt on, can you lift me up? Because there's not enough space for me and Matt's nose like near each other. Man. Give me some space, bro.
Who the hell's Matt?
Him and
know,
Ibra,
Matt's the Kepa
him and
star.
Ibra,
Skipper.
him and
Oh,
Ibra,
man.
him and Ibra can do. Your nose is upside. Your nose is upside. Matt in Australia, your nose is outside.
If Matt and Ibra lift their head up, it's an eclipse, man.
It will be Twin Peaks.
All right.
I think that's the cue to probably end the stream. There.
Yeah, we're done. We're done bullying you. Did you guys talk about what's his name? About
Matt,
Nunez.
if you're here,
Nunez.
pick up yourself, my guy.
Did you guys talk about Nunez?
We barely got
What's
into
to talk about? Like,
What's to
you
talk
know,
about?
about
Are you
that
gonna
shit.
say that you watched him all the 60 games this season?
Apparently, Ben Jacobs saying it.
Конечно.
Ben Jacobs saying that
Конечно,
we're not going for it. Not going for
I
it.
didn't, man. I never heard of him.
No, you didn't.
I didn't.
Пиздеть не мешки таскать, блин.
I thought someone misspelled Neves, and we were going to sign Ruben Neves or something when I saw the story today. Was this guy's?
I need to do my looks at him, but
Bro, but
apparently
he's from Sporting, so he's basically Cristiano Ronaldo, man.
I don't believe your looks. If your looks landed as Jorginho, I don't want to see what your looks look like.
The guy, like, there's nothing that I can see that makes me think that he can play.
He's not even Googleable, right?
The guy, it's like I'm looking at his stats bomber. The guy's passing percentage is 79%. That's in the 30 percentile. Like, there's no way you're playing in Tuchel's midfield.
And you know what's mad? You know what's mad? When I googled him, the only thing that pops up is the Twitter response that he was coming, man. No history, no nothing, man. The guy could escape an FBI investigation.
That's what I said.
Man.
He's not even Googleable.
That sounds like H trying to like raise some like interest in his player, but like don't.
But I've never seen him play. And I refuse to watch comps.
Well, people saying you need to watch him in City. Apparently, he played when they played against City in the Championship League.
Oh yeah. Pep said he's the best player in the world. Yeah.
Hang on, didn't they lose 5-0 in the first leg? They lost 5-0, right? In the first leg. And in the second leg, City didn't even bother.
Yeah, but he always say that whenever he wants to beat a team, he's like, Chelsea's so good. The way that they attack from the middle to the front and from the sky.
Then he got his ass kicked.
Yeah, but that's what he does to every team, man. Every team is so good, you know.
Well, he was right when he said it. He was right when he said it that time, though.
Didn't he praise like? Did he praise like Bielsa or something like that when they smashed them 6-6 or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh, he plays great football.
He's like the football is so good. It's so good. He was like,
when they beat us 6-0, it's like Chelsea's such a great team. So good.
Yeah, Mauricio Sarri, he's such a great tactician.
I want to slap the guy who taught him the word "so," man. Ruined it for me.
Why Chelsea play so good? They play so wide.
So wide, attack from the sky, from the
and the three at the back, and the two fullbacks.
Remember when Pep cried when Aguero was leaving?
And he lied.
Yeah.
You remember Aguero's dad was like,
remember,
he didn't even have a good
Aguero
relationship
saying
with
he
him, man.
doesn't want to play. He wanted to leave.
Yeah, I remember, man. His dad came out and said like Pep is lying, man. He treated my son like shit. Same thing with what's his name?
Zlatan loves him, right?
Yeah, he does the same with Zlatan.
Yeah,
he does the same with
Yaya
Toure.
Yaya Toure.
Yaya Toure, Chris, man. He did some juju on him, bro, because he's so.
What's happened to the Sangare news? Sangare.
We ain't heard nothing on Sangare.
That
might have been rumours in itself. We ain't heard nothing on Sangare in a minute.
I told you from the beginning, he ain't going nowhere. He's one of those Italian players that doesn't want to leave Italy.
Sangare plays for PSV, and he's like Ivory Coast.
Oh, Sangare. What's the
Inter Milan? Oh no, I don't know who you thinking of. You think of Scamacca?
Defender for Inter Milan.
Oh, Skriniar.
Bastoni. You're being Bastoni, weren't you? No, because Skriniar's likely to leave. Bastoni, I think, is the one that's likely to stay.
Opposite. I think Skriniar is staying, and Bastoni is the one that's leaving.
Really?
The talent.
Skriniar does not. I heard from some fans that he's. I have one good fan that likes that watches Italy. Now he's saying that he thinks that guy will leave before him because he's very attached to Italy.
Fair enough, he's saying that. I kind of heard the obvious. The opposite. Bastoni was meant to be staying, and I think Skriniar not to Chelsea, but might be going to PSG as like a potential. Kimpembe replacement because Kimpembe could be going to Juve or somewhere else along the line. I think they were more willing to get rid of him than Bastoni.
I wasn't talking screen a personal. I just heard from the guy that watches.
Oh yeah,
Italy
of
all the
course.
time.
Not for the case of debate. I was just surprised to hear
And
that.
he's Italian, I think. He's Italian.
But yeah, guys, we are going to have to wrap up anyway. I'm heading off onto Saeed's channel. We're doing a stream on there in about 10 minutes. So link is in the chat. Lock in there if you guys want to. We're going to be discussing just Chelsea transfer news, probably some United stuff. I think there's a Gooner on there too. So we'll be having some fun there and probably talking a bit of Arsenal stuff too.
My condolences.
So, big up. It's okay. We'll find our way around it. But yeah, big up everyone that's locked in. As always, did we hit 400 likes?
No.
No, we didn't. Guys, before
Big up
you
everyone.
leave, hit the like button. Do me a solid. It has been a very, very rough summer. So yeah, guys, smash the like and subscribe button. Be back tomorrow as always, same time, same place, same stream, same channel, probably the same panelists. So check it out, like and subscribe. And seeing as Reece James changes number, we'll leave you with Reece James. Until then, actually no, where's the better Reece James picture? There we go. That's the one. Right. Yeah, big up everyone that's locked in. As always, like and subscribe. And yeah, up the Chelsea. See.